Yo, what up everybody? Welcome back to another beat making video. Today I have like a old school Eminem type of beat, something you might have heard off of its first or second album. Just his early beats were really all about the feel and the swing and the groove. Not a ton going on instrumental wise, but like I said, it was all about the feel. And let's take a quick listen, and then we'll talk about how I made this track. Okay, cool. So yeah, you definitely hear that it's not really too quantized. There's a lot of swing to it. I do have the swing meter up about halfway over here, and a lot of like DJ scratches, and the drum samples I have them layered, but it's mostly live drums. Let's take a quick listen to the drums. Actually, let's just hear them on their own. Okay, so yeah, these are my kicks. This is definitely a sampled kick, but this kick is live. And then another sampled snare, but actually I think these both sound sampled to me, but they're both very different. This snare is really hard hitting, while this snare is more like a white noise type of a feel. You can definitely hear that white noise tail. But I have them mixed together, and I think it sounds all right. And the hi-hat is pretty interesting. Oh, I should also mention that the envelopes for the kick, they're both very short, and that just gives it just to make it sound a little more punchy and a little more tight. I just shortened up both of these kicks. Yeah, especially when you have a lot of swing and a lot of kicks, you don't want that decay from the kick. You kind of just want it to start and stop, and it's just quick and punchy. Yeah, and other than that, for the drums, I just have this little turnaround section here. These 4 kicks, I have them cut off, but I just click cut self, which basically means that when the next kick hits, it's going to immediately cut off the previous kick. So when you have like 4 kicks like this close together, you might want to hit cut self, so every time the kick re-triggers, it cuts off the previous kick. I hope that made sense, but yeah, that's the way I did that. And the reason why I did it that way is because I kind of have this little turnaround with these scratches over here. Yeah, so I just felt that it just sounded a little more cleaner like that. Okay, so moving on, this piano, just a super simple piano. It's not even quantized. I just played it. I kind of just played it live, and I didn't even fix my mistakes. I kind of wanted that really loose feel. Let's just hear the piano on its own. You know what it kind of reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of the old Goosebumps song. don't know if any of y'all remember that, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. And I'm just using FL keys. I originally was in Nexus and had a grand piano and messed around with a couple of their pianos, but I felt like FL keys was just, it just fit for this track. The Nexus pianos and the Omnisphere pianos, they were just a little too, I don't know, they just didn't fit the style of the track. But I felt that FL keys really really worked. And so yeah, that's the piano, and that's just looping throughout. And I have this from the Korg M1. It's just a really low piano that's just being played. Just on every beat like that. And that's just giving more body to the FL keys. Okay, and then the bass, I'm using Sawyer. This patch is just called Skinny Pulse. Kind of reminds me of the bass sound off of the Real Slim Shady. Is it the Real Slim Shady or is it Without Me? I think it's the Real Slim Shady. And so yeah, the three tonal elements together sound like this. Oh, and it's also a lead, but we'll get to that next. Okay, and as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, a lot of his tracks had like almost like a circus feel, and I felt that this lead here in Omnisphere, it's like a detuned, just a detuned type of lead, and it's just pretty low in the mix, and that just sounds like this. Yeah, I think it just reminds me of Eminem. I don't know why. Like I said, just that circus feel. And this is just a loop, a scratch loop that I found that I just cut up. Because he definitely used a lot of scratches in you know, those early records, and probably still does today. I haven't really listened to much of his new stuff. And I just got this crash. It's really low in the mix. There should be a reverb on that. So did I talk about, yeah, I think I talked about everything, and let's just quickly talk about some of the mixing. For the FL keys, I just dropped a little of the low end to make room for that low piano and the bass. Just put a stereo enhancer with the preset to subtle, just so, because there's not really a lot of instrumentation. I just wanted, you know, the space to full out, and so I just put that on there, and just a drop of reverb, because I think the drier piano sound works better for Eminem. And the Omnisphere, I just have the isotope vinyl, just a little scratch on it, just to give it that grit, and EQ. Kind of wanted a little more of a lo-fi sound, so I just dropped the lows and the highs. That's nothing actually. Yeah, so for the drums, I'm just they're all just being sent to a drum bus. I'm using Altiverb. I have the Lexicon reverb on that, and then just an EQ, just dropping off those, because it's just mud in the bottom here, and then I just have a limiter on the drums just to pump them up a bit. And just my scratches, just I'm EQing the lows because didn't really need them, and just another drop of reverb just to give it some space. And yeah, that's really it. So let's give this a listen one more time.